Gotta love them. Got a nice little rack of St. Louis style. And I'm going to smoke them over some apple wood. Now after a good rinse and a pat dry, I pulled the nasty old membrane off the back of them, and I'm going to season them. I'm going to use 2 different rubs on them. One of them, the old tried and true Wolfe Rub, original, and a new one that I just got from Knox Spice Company. This particular one is called Jamaican Jerk, which looks really interesting. So I pick a side. Smash it in. Try Bryan Knox's on this half. This stuff smells good. Okie dokie. Flip them over. Repeat on the top. That one in the middle that has a little of both on it should be interesting. That looks good enough to me. Out to the grill. Now I've pre-soaked the wood for about a half hour. Grill is heated up. All the cat hairs are burned out of it. So I drop the wood chips in on one side. Ouch. It's hot in there. Give them a little time to catch and start smoking. And we'll be back. Getting a good aroma of smoke. The Maverick is hooked up to pay attention to this, so I don't have to. And it's time to add ribs. Yum. I'll stabilize it at about 275 and let it go for about 3 hours and see how it looks. Close enough. Meanwhile, I can come inside and play with other things, like this. I'm just about ready to start aligning and setting the neck, but of course that's for a different video. This is for Larry Wolfe. Estimated age between 80 and 100 years. And back here, if I can get the light right, is the elephant. At the 2-hour mark, grill is running nice and stable. And it's looking pretty nice in there. What have you got out there? You got a bug? Dingbat. On the side, I've got some fresh kale and a leek that I'm going to saute together with a touch of garlic and some sesame oil. A caution with both of these critters is to rinse them thoroughly because they both grow in sand and they can get grit and sand in the darndest places. When I'm using a whole leek, I actually split it down the middle so I can open the layers up under the running water. I hate surprises. I'm just using a light touch of garlic, just a small clove or so. I've already de-stemmed the kale. Just broke it up into bite-sized hunks. Slice the leek coarsely. And mince up the garlic pretty finely. Without mincing your fingertips. And when you're done playing with it, assemble it for an appetizer, like I need an appetizer. I'm throwing a few scallops and a few shrimp onto a skewer. Together with a few baby portabellos. And I'm going to turn the grill up to kill and flash them after the ribs are done. It'll actually only take a minute or so. All of these will cook really quick. I'll just drizzle it with a little EVOO. And give it a sprinkle of Old Bay. Turn it over and repeat. Come out. That'll work. And like I said, with the grill turned all the way up, this is only going to take a minute or two to cook. So heat up a skillet. A little bit of EVOO. And start with the garlic. Let it and the oil get to know one another. So you get a little bit of an infusion. Keep the temperature down. You don't want to burn the garlic. This only takes a few minutes. And when you start getting the aroma, add the leek. And we want to give it just a few minutes to soften and absorb some of the oil and garlic. And now somewhere in here, add some sesame seed. A little white. And a little black if you have it. That means the ribs should be ready. We'll see. Oh, shut up. Now, throw in the spinach. Mix it all together. So all of these goodies mingle. And about here, sprinkle in a light touch of sesame oil. Get back in there. The aroma at this point suddenly goes into orbit. A reasonably generous grind of salt. And this is done. Get it off of the heat. And while it sits, go out and get the ribs. Of course, I had no choice but to immediately sample one. Yum. Falling apart tender. Okay. Stop playing. Stop talking with my mouth full. And get this stuff on a plate. Add a skewer of flame roasted, aka incinerated, good stuff. Which of course is nothing but an appetizer. But as you can see, it leaves no room on the plate for anything else. As if I would care. Add the champagne of beers. And it's time to chow down. This is just insanely yummy. Both of these rubs are fantastic. The kale is to die for. And throw in shrimp and scallops. What else could I want? Except the champagne of beers. Do excuse me.